Okay, I'm just getting set up here. Oops, meant to get the link. Do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. Um, Here we go. Okay. That's neither here nor there. Let's get rid of this. Let us. Okay. Um, so a few things that I need to do before I can start like doing writing. Hello, Silent Willow. Welcome. Oh, I am a bit behind because I decided to do a three-part blog post series where I discuss how I use services like BookFunnel and Story Origin in order to grow my email list. And I should have written all three this past weekend so that I could release them this past Monday, today, and then next Monday. However, I did not finish them. And so the one that's supposed to come out today, I need to like finish. And then this weekend, I will work on finishing the one that's supposed to come out on Monday. And then in conjunction with that, what I do is I cross post all of the blog posts that go under the heading of my creative view. I cross post those on Medium, the Medium website, which you probably aren't aware of. So I didn't do that for this past Monday, so I need to do that as well. It's just a lot that I have not done. And hello, Shay. Yeah, I've had this whole week off since basically since Friday. I am on vacation. It's more like a staycation because I didn't actually go anywhere. So I'm on a staycation until this coming Monday. I return back to work, which is really just turning on my work computer and doing that jazz since I work from home. But I realized that I had an almost 4 weeks worth of vacation that I had not taken yet. And because I have moved to the great state of New York, if you don't use it, you lose it. That's the mantra with your vacation days. So if I don't use my vacation days, I lose them. Which is much different than California, where if you don't use your vacation days, they carry over into the next year. So, anyway, because of that, I ended up with some California days carrying over from last year because I spent part of I spent the majority of last year in California because I didn't move until September. So I think there was like 3 days that carried over in addition to my 15 days of vacation, my six flex days that they give us, and then all my personal days. So I needed to like, and then I realized like, oh my God, I'm already in the month of October. There's only 3 months left, and I have like literally all of my vacation days, all of my flex days, all of my like I had so many days left. So the only solution was to take a week this month. I'm taking a week in November, and I think I have also a week in December, not including the holiday that they give us with pay, where I get off from December 22nd till like January 3rd or 4th or something. So, anyway, all that to say that I've been off this week, and I was hoping because I was going to be off this week that I would be able to not only stream, but stream more than just my Monday, Wednesday, Friday normal streams and stream more than just my 2 hours. Well, life and all that jazz. So I was not able to stream uh, this entire vacation actually until today. I don't even think I streamed on Friday. I think I wrote my story and published it like a couple of hours before midnight. So, Shay, don't feel bad. I have not streamed since a week ago. Last week, Wednesday, I think was the last time I streamed. And now here I am today. I was hoping to stream yesterday, but then I ended up going to the grand opening of a dog park in in the close city that I live in. So we went to that. And so because I'm off this week and we didn't actually go anywhere on a vacation, the deal I made with my wife is that I would help her with her chicken coop. So I've been on painting duty. So I actually have to wash my hair because I got paint in my hair and my hands were at one point covered in paint from this morning. So if I stream again on tomorrow, I think I'm going to be able to stream in the morning because she has a construction guy coming to dig a ditch around the coop. And then, so that means I'll be painting in the afternoon tomorrow. So I'm likely going to try to stream in the morning while that person is digging for 3 hours out back. And then on Friday, I'm going to be streaming probably around this time, around 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Because again, Friday, I'll be out painting in the morning for 2 hours and then having my lunch and then stepping away to do this. But anyway, what I want to do is add images where images need to be added. Because when you cross post with Medium, as lovely as a feature as this is, it does not carry over images. So I have to actually remember where these things are and then move them over accordingly. No, that's not it. I took a screenshot, but I don't remember. Oh, fudge. I think these are all screenshots for the current thing that I'm doing. So let's... Oh, here it is. Okay. I don't think that's supposed to go there. Promotion settings. Yep, that's right. Oh, I needed to move it down. Can I move it without... I can't. Okay. Oh, it duplicated it. That's weird. I'm hitting the X button, but nothing's happening. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I'm painting the interior of the actual chicken coop. And then my wife is going to lay down a vinyl flooring and put all these things and all this stuff. So hopefully in the next 2 days, by Friday, I should be 100% done with painting the interior for her, which will be a big help, I'm sure. Did it actually carry over the... Oh, sorry. That's not the thing. Book funnel, group promo settings. Yep. Right, good idea. Let's see if there was another image here. I don't think there was. Nope. Okay, so that was the only one I needed to put. I'm just gonna get rid of this big gas gap here. I'm gonna get rid of this because I don't need it. And that should be all that I need to do. Sweet. I put Substack as the tag, the one and only tag, and then I just publish it. And the great part about this cross posting is what it does is it it dates it for the time that I originally posted it. So it says already 2 days ago, even though I just hit publish right now, which I like because it actually was published originally 2 days ago in my Substack, and it shows the link to it right here where it says it was originally published here at my actual Substack link, which is helpful. So okay, so I'm gonna go back to Medium when I post this thing again, which oh, I didn't know that would be open there. Okay, let's get rid of that. So this is the one that I was working on actually today. I have to finish answering these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 questions, and then once I finish answering those 5 questions with any relevant images that I need to put, i.e. screenshots, I will then copy and paste it all into my Substack, which is my newsletter, and it will come here because I release something every Monday and Wednesday and Friday. So, oh, did I not hit start on my timer? Shoot. So I'm at least going to do 2 hours. So hold on 1 second while I scroll back very quickly. Like so. Okay. I might do longer. It depends on what I get done in this brief time. Go to my dashboard real quick. And yeah, we're trying to get everything in order for the chicken run because they will be moving out of the house. They're currently, our 8 chicks are currently living in the house in my wife's office, and they should be moving into their chicken run in about 2 weeks' time. So by Halloween, I think, is when they will officially be living outside. So everything has to be buttoned up so that can happen. And then literally 1 week after that, we're actually going on a real vacation for several days, which will be nice. Because I have my week off in November. Why did I come here? I can't remember. Am I counting these? I am counting these. So I need to do 60 and 61. What is happening? Here we go. Oh dear, dear. I'm dropping an image in to find 60. It's right here. Upload. I do like that one, Shay. Like I have to. I'm really trying to be good about that. I'm not doing 52 stories in 52 weeks. That endeavor came and went many years ago, and not even many years ago, last year, and I did not meet it due to pandemic situations. Even though I did like more than halfway to the halfway point, but I decided that because I don't want to just not do short stories anymore, that I would be more stringent in the rules that I give myself in order to not only do my, Friday fiction, but to not devote so much time to it and give myself breaks in between. So there's going to be on seasons and off seasons. So there's going to be the winter time and the summertime where there's going to be about 4 to 6 weeks in there where I'm not going to be writing any Friday fiction. That's going to be my break. Going to be a break from writing short stories, not a break from working on my novel writing. But I felt like that would be a good way to just not feel overwhelmed and then not fall behind, especially because as you know, I write the story the same day that I publish it. So it's not like I can be ahead of the game like I am with my blog posts, my Monday Wednesday posts, where I have Monday Wednesday posts going all the way through the month of January for next year. So if for whatever reason I am not able to write for several weeks or even a month anything for my Monday Wednesday posts, it's okay because I know that I've got things coming out all the way through January. The only reason why I'm late today is, like I said, at the last minute last week, several people in a Discord server I'm in had asked me to give a bit more detail and information on how I use these two specific services in order to grow my email list. And so I figured if I'm going to do that, I might as well make it as a blog post. And instead of making them wait till literally like January 20 something for this one to come out, if I had put it in the normal cycle, I wanted them to have it now because we're all kind of participating in this thing together. So yeah, everything just got moved around. Oh, good fresh water. The best. I need to make sure I'm doing this in order. As you can see, I've been tracking everything that I do. And as you can see, I am behind on my actual novel writing because as of today, I should be writing chapters 5 and 6. However, I have not written 2, 3, and 4, let alone 5 and 6. So I have a lot of writing to catch up on. So I want to get these little like side things out of the way so that Thursday, Friday, and then I need to see what my weekend looks like if I can sneak in some writing / streaming time this weekend. But by Monday, the 18th, I really would like to be where I expect myself to be, which is on chapter 7, because I scheduled it so that I would have this finished by December 22nd, so that weekend, which I believe will be the 24th, Christmas Eve. But that weekend, probably the day after Christmas, I will be going to Office Max to pick up. I'll have this thing printed in a spiral notebook like I did for my other thing, but it'll be a lot thicker than this. This is really thin. This was for the LeVar Burton Reads contest, so I can do my red pen edits of this novel. And I want to be doing it the week that I have off from work is when I want to start working on my red pen edits. So I have to write these chapters the way I doled them out here in order to make sure. And I'm only doling it out based on when I'm actually streaming on streaming days, but there's no rule saying I can't write on Tuesdays and Thursdays when I don't normally stream in order to like catch up and get further than I was before. But what is this called? Book, model, story, origin, app. How I use these platforms to grow my email list. Yep, that's about right. I want to go to settings. This is going to go here. Save. Let's put this. Let's save that. And now we'll close this and we can go back to the dashboard very quickly because I need to look at this information here. My numbers, as you can see, have skyrocketed. I remember not like maybe a month ago where I was thinking that getting like 60 views was a pretty big deal. But now I'm getting like 499 views and 396. And now I look back on those numbers that I had before and I'm like, wow, I've really come a long way since I started statting this stuff. Like you can see my total views here are just going up and up and up. It's really quite extraordinary how many views I'm getting, especially on my Friday fiction, which is what I want. I want my fiction to be what is read the most. Of course, I want my other stuff to be read a lot too, because it's supposed to be, the other things that I write is to help other writers by my mistakes and successes. So I want them to be read too. But the fact that my Friday fiction will hopefully end up being viewed more than my other posts is ideal. Number of opens 484, 38%. Okay, so this one from the 10th, I had to release this thing on the 10th because too many things collided on October 1st because it was a Friday. I would have ended up sending out 3 emails and I didn't want to do that. So because of that, I ended up pushing this back to sending it to people this past Saturday. It was to 627 627 396 384. And that's 35%. Oops, I did 2%. Size 35%. There we go. Okay. And now everything you need to know about reader magnets. That's the one that was on Monday. 626 378 367. Wait, was that 367 or 267? 367. 37%. And based on these why do I keep doing percent twice? So strange. 37%. Okay. And based on these numbers here, my open rate, when I open up, that what this basically tells me, and the reason why I'm tracking any of these numbers, specifically my open rate, is because I need to know what to expect in terms of how many of my email list will convert to paid subscribers, which is the ultimate goal. And based on the numbers that Substack has been tracking from every user that they have, they are tracking what the number of how many people are on a specific person's email list versus how many convert versus the open rate. The running idea is if your open rate is above 30%, then you can kind of expect somewhere, I think, between 5 and 7% of your email recipients to convert to paid subscribers. So at this point, what I would be looking for, if I were to turn on the valve and say I'm going to now put some things behind a paywall, of the amount of subscribers that I have, which is I think like 631 or something like that. Actually, I can look here and see how many I have. Well, it's definitely not 686. Hold on, let me see how many I have. I can't show it on here because I'll end up revealing emails that I don't want to reveal. Okay, so it's 631. This is wrong. Okay, so of the 631, I would basically be looking at 31, like 30, maybe at the least. 30 of them will convert to being a paid subscriber. That's the running idea. Is that a guarantee? No. But that's the idea, which is why I have this table here to begin with, because I want to track these things and see how I'm doing right now. Obviously, I don't have any subscribers. I'm not actually going to turn the valve on until right here. So this is the month. This is the when I'm going to do the green light on turning that on. What I do is, you know what, Oscar, what I do is, or lately what I've been doing is I've been using Google's, I think they're called like subfolders. I don't know exactly what they're called, but I think it's subfolders where I'm literally using keywords and different things in order to organize emails into certain buckets. So if it's an email I don't want to see, it's usually in my inbox. Emails that I actually want to see will end up getting funneled into one of the like 15 different folders that I have. And anytime I sign up for something, or I'm expecting to get an email, like let's say I just did a reservation with a hotel, so I'm expecting to see that email reservation, then I might look in my inbox for that. But otherwise, anything that I get from Substack, I have a Substack folder. Anything that I'm, getting from any Amazon orders I do, I have an Amazon folder. Anything that I have, for any specific type. I have a lot of authors that I sign up for their newsletters that they don't have a Substack. They have an actual newsletter with like MailChimp or something else. All of those get funneled into my author newsletters folder and, et cetera, stuff like that. And then that way I'm never looking at my inbox. I don't care what number that is, although it is usually set to 0 because at the end of the day, what I do is I highlight everything in that folder and I designate it spam. And then after a while of designating it spam, then they eventually either stop emailing me or they just go directly to spam in the first place because I don't want to see it. So that's how I deal with emails. Yeah, so looking here, my goal for my actual email list by next summer is to have, which I know I'm probably not going to reach this goal, but it doesn't hurt to try, right? Is to hit 3,830 subscribers. As of right now, I'm actually double what I expect my email list to be. So by the end of this month, I was looking for it to be 365. I'm currently at 631, and I'm not even at the halfway point of the end of the month. So far, so good. If I can get to 1,000 by the end of the year, then, everything will be gravy. And the way that I work this out, because you can't really tell, because for some dumb reason I removed the formulas. I don't know why. What I did was I worked my way backwards from saying, okay, I want 10,000 subscribers by the end of 2023. And then I did a calculation in order to say, this is how many I need to have consistent growth in order to get to this number. And I did the same, like I started everything at the bottom and then worked my way backwards with a formula in order to get the number I was looking for. Everything. Did I say that just now? I didn't even know that I said that, but yeah, everything will be gravy. Once I, hit the numbers that I want, because my goal is to be able to live off of my writing. And so based on my stats here, I really can afford to basically by the end of 2023, if I'm actually making like 6,000, and I need to redo this calculation because I'm not taking into account the percentage that Substack takes, which I think is 10%. So I want to recalculate this so that I'm looking at real numbers. So I need to make it something like 13% gets taken out of whatever my monthly income would be, because they take 10%, and then I think there's a fee that Stripe takes of like 2 point something, and I'm just rounding it up to 3%. So if I were to take 62.25 and then remove 13% from that, it would be like 311, 9, taking 900. Let's round that up to 1,000. So I'd be bringing home something around 5,000, 5,500 a month. But that's only if I hit this goal, right? I need to have at least 10,000 subscribers and at least 1,000 of them will need, and that's your true fans, right? When you've hit the 1,000 true fans. So that's really what I was going for here when I put all of this together, is how do I get to my 1,000 true fans? And that's to have at least 10,000 subscribers, 1,000 of them pay me money every month. That translates to this of, the 6,000 minus the fees would come out to about 5,500, which is how much I bring home now, I think, a month, I think. Somewhere around there. That's about how much I bring home a month after taxes. So if I'm going to do this and make this full time and be able to quit my day job, I need to be able to be making either not as much, but more than what I'm already bringing home right now. If I'm not going to be making more than I'm bringing home right now, I'm not going to quit my job. Even if I'm making the same amount, I'd rather be making the same, like let's say 5,000 a month, and that way I can say I'm bringing home 10,000 a month. Wouldn't that be awesome? But I would definitely not quit my job. I'd be like, no, that's not safe, because quitting my job means I don't have medical insurance, dental, all of those things that my job also gives me on top of what they're already paying me. So if I need to be able to subsidize all those things they're already giving me and I'm going to be paying them myself, that means I need to be making more than what I'm making at my job. Like maybe, wouldn't it be great if I were making 2 times more? That would be sick, but start small. Oh yeah, let me say it this way. Unlike book. Yeah, one good thing about, like, if I should at some point be able to um, work for myself and be self-employed is that my wife and I are both writers. She's not a fiction writer, she's a screenwriter, director. And so she understands the demands of what it is that I need. And in many ways, she and I both need the same thing, which is time apart to do our writing. So for instance, right now, that's what she's doing downstairs in, the living room, because her office is currently occupied by 8 chickens. And then I'm upstairs in my office doing my writing. So it works out that we are both in similar professions, so that there isn't some misunderstanding if I need, you know, 3 to 5 hours a day during a certain time of day in order to do the things that I need to do. Another great thing is I'm not like certain writers who they say they can only write in the morning, and once the afternoon hits, it's like, oh, I can't, my ability to write and be creative is gone by the afternoon. For me, when I started streaming on Twitch, I was streaming in the evenings from like 6 to midnight. So for me, my ability to be creative can happen any time of the day. There isn't any particular time of the day where I'm like, oh, I just don't have the creative juices flowing. For me, just sit me in my chair and let me write. Yes, my wife has purchased 8 chickens, so they're currently growing into full chicken size. They're not there yet. They have grown pretty quickly though. They officially hit 1 month old this past Monday. So 2 days ago, as of 2 days ago, they were 1 month old. And so there's another about 2 weeks or so, possibly more, where they'll be living in her office until in a brooder, basically, until they can then be transported to their chicken coop slash chicken run, which is what I was telling everyone earlier. I've been spending my mornings painting the interior. Yeah, like my wife, she can't write in the like late afternoon. She if she's doesn't get her writing in the morning between like 9 a.m. and 11 a.m., then it's just not going to happen. Right now, she's working on trying to write, but I'm sure she's probably going to tell me it was difficult because it's not her usual time. Yeah, she actually has named her girls. She's a horror writer, so if you're anyone who likes horror films, then you'll get this. But she named them after the last girls, and so there's eight of them, and so she had to pick eight female, well, obviously female, but she named them after the last girls from horror films. Well, the final girls, excuse me, not last girls, the final girls from horror films. So, yeah, that was fun. What is the button? Actually, I know where I can find the button. I know. Create reader magnet landing page. A large insert image. Oh, think I meant to write insert image here, but I will confirm that. Can you read that? I'm sure I'm asking this a little late. Let me make it bigger because I feel like it's not as cleanly legible as I want it to be. Maybe that's better. Oh my god, notification. Oh boy. Do propose. Are these monthly or yearly numbers? What? You mean these over here? These are monthly. It says it at the top. Goal monthly income, actual monthly income, dream monthly income. So I'm tracking three different things. So I have a goal email list, my actual email list, and then my dream goal email list, and then I have my goal paid subscribers, my actual paid subscribers, and then my dream paid subscribers. And truthfully, I need to redo this entire table because it doesn't make any sense that I have my goal paid subscribers to be starting in October, which is this month, if I'm not actually going to be turning on the ability to even get paid subscribers or seek out to get paid subscribers until next summer. Because that's really setting me up, I feel, for failure if I don't immediately get 383 in that month that I turned it on. Like, that's impossible. So I really need to readjust, and I need to extend this to go beyond the year of 2023 and make it line up with my battle plan for my for my trilogy serial release. Because I'm going to be releasing my trilogy that I'm writing right now as a serial, meaning each week I'm going to release a chapter, and each chapter is called an episode. And what I'm doing is I'm breaking it down as if it were a TV series you were watching on like Netflix or something like that, where it's going to be 3 seasons per book. So each book is going to comprise of 3 seasons. So by the end of the trilogy, it will be 9 seasons that I will have released, and each season is approximately 10 episodes, i.e., 10 chapters. So this trilogy will end up being fully released in novel form, book 1, book 2, book 3, in the year 2025. But I'm doing my goal to only be through the year 2023. So I need to add 2 more years to this and then extend this total down here to actually the year 2025, so that if by that time I reach this goal that I'm looking for, which is to have 1,000 quote unquote 1,000 fans, then I will be bringing home, depending on what I make my monthly charge, I'm either going to make it $6 or $7. I may change that entirely and decide, hey, I'm gonna go for broke and put $10. I don't know, but I'm gonna have a monthly option, a annual option, and then a lifetime option. So there'll be 3 options for people to choose from once I turn everything on next summer. But like I said, I need to shift everything in this area here, not in the other areas, but at least in this one, I need to shift it so that these numbers don't start this month, because 0 needs to be down here. And then say by the end of July that I want to have, 37, and then I want to have, 75 by the end of next month, etc., etc. So I really need to redo this so that it looks more realistic. But these are monthly numbers, not yearly. So yeah. And I'm going to make this look a lot easier visually on the eyes, because right now for me it's even very confusing because I have everything together, but they're really 3 separate things that I'm tracking. I'm tracking my email list, I'm tracking my paid subscribers, and I'm tracking my monthly income. So I need to make this much more cleaner. And because I share this is not a document that if you want, I can give it to you right now in the chat, so you can take whatever aspects of it you want to use for your own whatever it is you're doing. So I'm not like trying to hide anything. I'm being very transparent on everything that I'm doing and how I'm tracking things here. And this is all, again, supposing that each book or each novel is going to be somewhere between 30 and 32 chapters. They might actually end up being longer than that, which is why I'm saying they're going to be about 10 episodes per season. But once I finish the book, I might end up tweaking it and saying each season's going to be 12 episodes or each season's going to be 9, because I don't really know how many chapters it's going to be until I've actually written it. So, but I'm guessing based on how I've broken it out on my own thing that that's how many it's going to be. So I hope that answered your question. You might end up adding to your own list, of course. That is a question I have. Again. Sorry, I had a thought when it comes to Substack about emails and the sticky situation about if someone unsubscribes from your email, technically and legally, depending on the country of origin of that person, you need to make sure that you don't email them after they've said to unsubscribe, and that they don't accidentally get resubscribed to your thing, because it can open up a whole can of worms about privacy and all that crap. And I know that with like MailChimp, if someone unsubscribes, you simply archive them so that their email is still a part of your MailChimp account. But by archiving them, one, you don't send them emails, and two, if they even attempt to resubscribe, they won't be able to. They won't be allowed to, because you will have a track record of their email in your account, and you will have, the receipts that they unsubscribed, and therefore, to resubscribe would be as much of a headache as for them as it is for me to make sure in that regard that MailChimp is doing their bit to making sure that I don't get into any legal mumbo jumbo by continuing to email someone who has explicitly said, remove me from your email list. Substack doesn't have a similar thing that I'm aware of, where they have a place or a funnel somewhere where it's tracking all of the people that unsubscribe. And so I'm wondering if their legal stance on that is, if someone unsubscribes but then they decide to resubscribe later, or participate in a group promo where they download a thing knowing full well that that will put them right back on my list, that the person is who actively unsubscribed is actively, choosing to resubscribe, and therefore it's not the same situation. Or maybe they do keep track of everyone who unsubscribed from my email list, and if they try to resubscribe, or if I try to import their email just as a tester, their email won't show up. I don't know. But I know that that's like a huge thing like in the UK, and it could be coming, and it's also a similar thing in the state of California specifically. And so it's just a thought as I'm writing this. I'm like, oh yeah, how does that work? Because I know if there's emails that I already have and I try to import them, they won't import a duplicate email that's already on my list. But this scenario would be if it's someone who was on my list, is no longer on my list, and then they're in my import file, and I go to import them. Technically they shouldn't, but I don't know. Legal stuff is beyond my purview. Did I just answer that question? No, I just answered it for group promos. Let me answer it now for newsletter.